Hi, I just wanted to make a quick video in regards to how to fit the prong collar correctly. So this is the type of prong collar that I like. It's the Hermspringer prong collar. It's quality. As you can see at the ends, they're rounded as well. So there's no sharp edges or anything like that. So this makes it really safe to use. All right, so the first thing that I want to show is that in the middle of the prong collar, there's typically a base plate. So that helps to distribute the weight of the links evenly around the dog's neck. Okay, so when you are fitting the prong collar, you want to make sure that the base plate is in the middle as much as possible. All right, you should be able to hold that base plate up and the link should be even. If a couple of them are out of whack, all you need to do is push the link up like this, pinch, this is why it's called a pinch collar, pinch, take it out, take the necessary links off and distribute it to the other side so that it makes it even on both ends. All right, that's really important so that way when you're popping the prong collar on the dog, the links are sitting evenly on either side. Okay, so when I'm popping the prong collar on the dogs, another few things to mention is that I'm never taking the link out from the very end. See how the link here is very different to the link here? All right, so you're not meant to be pinching this particular link in. It's got no narrowing. As you can see there, these are very straight, these narrow in. You really want to make sure you're at least unplugging the links from a couple back. So you want to be unplugging these links here and not these ones. All right, so pushing it up, pinching to unlock it. And then when I'm putting it on a dog, I like to come from underneath the dog's neck as opposed to coming down over the dog. So I'll demonstrate that with Lush. Lushy, come. Good boy, sit. He's going to do a bit of a stretch. I always like to have the dogs in a seated position first too. It just makes it easy to pop the collar on. Good boy, sit. Good job. So I'm coming up underneath the dog's neck and then pinching them into place like so, making sure that I'm lifting up the prong collar and moving any fur back so that the prong collar is sitting really high and snug up on the dog's neck, sitting right behind the dog's ears there. And the links for where you clip the leashes on are right at the top. Okay, so it might be a little bit hard to show here, but you want to make sure that the little swivel rings are sitting at the top of the dog's neck. So that way when you clip the leash on, I'll just grab a leash very quickly. Good boy. You're clipping it on and it's sitting at the top of the dog's neck. What you can alternatively do if you're walking the dog on the side, obviously, is you can move the swivel to the side that the dog is going to be on. So say if you're walking the dog on the left side, come here buddy, you can move that swivel ring so that it sits slightly to the right of the dog's neck, so that way when you're giving any direction, it's coming from the correct side. Okay? And then just like so, when you're unclipping the prong, sit. Good boy. You're coming from the side, pinching it in, unplugging it. It's really simple to take off. All right, I hope that makes sense. You really want to make sure, again, that those links are evenly distributed on either side. Okay, and you want to make sure that the swivel ring is situated at the top of the dog's neck or to the side, depending on what side you're walking the dog on. Okay, that's really important. You don't want the swivel of where the leash is going to be attached underneath the dog's neck. It's not going to make it very easy to communicate with the dog that way unless you're teaching it down and you want the dog to come down. You really want it sitting at the top or on the side slightly. Hope that makes sense.